Hey there, friends. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 120 of Wendigos, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Viper doesn't need to be on the no hard drugs area. Actually, the inside area doesn't allow drugs either. So, as you can see, I painted out the tables. So even when everybody's forced inside, Viper still doesn't have drug access. Big brain plays. I know, right? I'm really making sure that he doesn't nuke his brain. For those that are watching the stream that don't know what I'm talking about, he is chemical interest, which means he likes to do drugs if he has drugs. So for chemical interest, even when you have a drug policy that doesn't allow them to do drugs, if there's drugs around, they'll still do it. They do respect, however, zones. So you can zone them away to not gain access to the drugs, and that's how you manage chemical interest and chemical fascination. And I hadn't done that really early on in the series, and he took Go Juice and caused chemical damage to his brain, lobotomizing himself. And then it took me like 20 hours to rectify the situation, because it's chemical damage can't be cured with luciferium. It can't be cured with biosculptor pods. It's like he uniquely damaged his own brain in a way that became, that became, just enormously difficult to rectify, which I just thought was so funny. So we have Queen's and Revenge scatter dropping now as well. So this is what I wanted. I wanted the constant attacks. So Moles and Slashed go greet this one, so he doesn't break my my base, my butcher table, and then everybody else go out back and greet the ones out back. The only thing I really have to worry about this here is if any of these pod drop raiders have like doomsday launchers or triple launchers. I have to be aware of it. I have to be very cautious of that, because that would obviously be very, very, very scary compared to mechanoids. So we're almost in position for who's ever in this pod, and then Moles is just spawn camping this podder. So let's make sure we see all the pods. So all the pods that are like inside of our radius, I think we've already managed. We only have this one inside our walls, and then this one's close, but not technically inside the walls. So I think, oh, okay. And they're all popped out now? No, they're not all popped out. So what are you? A corpse. Cool. All right, so they're all out of the pods now. So let's go to numbers. And there is 2 doomsday launchers here. Massacre and Hawk. And 3 triple launchers. Opa, Sam, and Luther. All right, let's identify where they are. So Hawk is in the northwest. Massacre is in the northeast. Opa, northwest again. Sam, west. And Luther, close west. So the closest to me would be Massacre, and I want to take his Doomsday Launcher. The other thing I should check is, are these biocoded? Because they can be, but none of them are biocoded. Yeah! Oh, I'm going to get so many weapons out of this. You idiots are feeding me. So then the power player here would be Glitch, because Glitch with his skips can totally shut down a Doomsday Launcher as long as I know they're coming. So you two, I'm not sure I want to use the Trickle Trap for this raid, so I'm gonna skedaddle east and hunt them, actively hunt them. So the hunt is on. So Glitch, you're gonna try to grab Bakker's Doomy, and the other really powerful tool against Doomsday Launchers would be Jump or Locust, which I have both. Oh, they did shoot me once. Ow, they got me good. Eli, back up with Shredder. That was Martinez. All right, well, you are guilty, Martinez. We're coming for you. Now, the other thing is the wind-up timer of the Doomsday Launcher is rather long, which means it's pretty challenging to actually get one sent downrange before you can get shut down by a Psycaster or something like that. Whoa, you're still shooting at Shredder? Okay, that's just rude now. You're so gonna be butchered. So this is the Doomer here, Makar. And then the next Doomer I have to worry about is these up over here. Unless the triple launcher... Okay, the triple launcher is coming into the trickle traps. I think what I'm gonna do is actually shut the trickle trap door. So... I don't know if Celeste can beat them there, but I'm gonna try. I don't like them using swords against Barbara. So there's the Doom, and I'm gonna pick that up so it doesn't get destroyed. So that was Amber's, I think, that killed him. Alright, they're all dead. Shredder, your chest is too low for me to risk you, because one more good shot to your chest is going to be fatal. So you and Barbara will sit this out in the hospital. I don't think we're going to be able to shut the trickle traps. So let's just lean into the trickle traps. And if they want to use the trickle traps to trickle into me, that's fine. So Luther is in the trickle, and that's who I'm going to need to pay most attention to. And then we have Sam and Opa and Hulk over that way. And they're the additional launcher wielders. Actually, Slask will be able to make it, I think. He might get shot at by Bowman. Or no, Bowman has a knife, so that's not going to work. So we're getting in range of Sam. So let's see if we can't shut down Sam. And then everybody else that's shooting here, line up for a second. I'm going to have Glitch pluck Sam out. So that should be closing. It is, and they're not going to really have a way in. So Celeste, inside, rejoin. Just making sure that... oh, so Tobbs has a low shield. Sam and Opa are kind of together. Let's have you guys back up a little. So Opa's running for cover to try to shoot at me. That's not going to work because I'm going to double skip right into Zleb and have Zleb rip him up. And then Sam, same deal with you. Skip 1, skip 2, right into Eli. Or maybe not Eli, because Eli sets things on fire, which could be really bad if it's a triple launcher. And there is their mega weapons. I still have to worry about Luther, who's in the trickle. But I think it'll be all right. And then there's Hulk. But everybody else has been dealt with. So Zleb, add to caravan. Fangface, add to caravan. Load this in. Ooh, Luciferium. Load that. Load that. Make sure it's load and not take. Although I have so much Luciferium, it might not be a problem. So now the triple launchers are not on the ground, which means they can't be blowing up into my face. And the next person I have to worry about is Hawk out there. Is Luther turning around, or is these guys dedicated to destroying the wall? If they're dedicated to destroying the wall, moles, come out here and repair the door. Because you're a good constructor. Alright, so Hulk will be in range soon. If I need to, I could pivot over here and use the trickle against them. And Glitch still has plenty of side focus. Who's shield bro? Oh, their shield bro. That's cool. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break the line of sight break the line of sight so they have to get closer, because my weapons are not long range like their weapons. And they're turning around. Good. They've decided that that door is not their best course of action. All right, Glitch with the... Oh, he's aiming at me. Fine. You want to aim at me? I'm going to make you use that against your friends. Have fun. All right. Eli finished off. Anyone coming to east? Dip? Well, I don't need to worry about Dip with his little auto pistol. Zutrana took one hit. And what is Hawk doing? Hawk should be probably killed by his friends here in a second. Perhaps he even uses the weapon. Nope. It's on the ground. Cool, so that worked. All right, I'm going to keep backing up a little bit so that their long range loses its advantage. And then I'm going to deploy a low shield so that I don't get flanked. Although they're doing the same thing. Oh, they're flanked. Ragan. That's how that's handled. Glitch, add a caravan. Pick up the Doom. Injuries. None that are, like, dangerous. The only one that was Shredder. That torso shot was real nasty. But everything else was kind of fine. Alright, let's leave that door open. Undraft everybody. Glitch will go get the Doomsday Launcher. I don't really need more corpses. So I'm not going to try to kill them on their way out, because I'm simply... I'm at, like, corpse capacity. Yeah, if I'm being honest, sidecasting is, like, such a massive advantage that it just makes it very, very easy. So everybody else that has the launchers, I'm going to remove from the caravan so they put them away. So that was Zleb, Ambers, and what, Fangface? And we'll store them on these benches. And then Glitch is going to get the last one and then store it on the bench. Or actually just cancel caravan forming and haul it. Kill the last Doomsday? Oh, yeah, that was Luther, right? Yeah, let me do that. Let me get that triple launcher from Luther. I like how Slash was, like, already aiming at him. Sorry, Luther. Nothing personal, kid. Woo, you stunned me. Good for you. What? Oh, they walked themselves inside. You guys are idiots. I don't want my door broken. Raptor, could you... Viper... Stop them from breaking the door. I guess I left that door open a little bit too early. So Zleb, there's the triple. Thank you. And that's all their mega weapons accounted for. Jesus, he would not die. 11% left on that door. Cool. Well, we did it. And now I'm up 2 Doomsday Launchers and 3 triple launchers. So thank you, pirates. I appreciate it. Very kind of you to donate. I'm also up at least 14 Luciferium, which is pretty swank. Looks to me like I'm gonna need more storage shelves for weapons. Yeah, that was a really heavy shot on you. That was a very high damage, 18.6, so almost half of your torso gone in one shot. You do, however, have a healing answer, and I don't think you're going to be down and out very long. Let's go raiding? We don't need a raid. All the raids are coming to us for free. I like your enthusiasm, Shelbel, though. I respect it. I'm glad you guys long ago voted that I expand the hospital, because, I mean, obviously I would have expanded the hospital knowing that the reactor raids were coming in, but... Just die already. My god, he's missing... He's almost limbless. How are you alive? None of these are going to be tribal, because this was a pirate raid, so I don't really need to worry about that. Viper, look at what happened to the beautiful snow. Yeah, he was nearly Black Knight syndrome there. No arm, or 2 missing legs, I think, and like 1 arm, something like that. Yes, I can still bite you. They could try. Didn't seem to end very well. So I bet, oh, there is some untended, though. That's irresponsible, considering the next raid will be in, like, minutes. So Trina's already full healed. Oh, Slotus got healed while I patched him. Oh well, I at least can afford the medicine. So Trader, I bet, Cheese, I bet you recover very, very fast because of the healing enhancer, plus the hospital bed, plus the vitals monitor, and all that jazz, and the 10 quality. You're not going to be out for very long. All right, what's next? Who's next? Well, now I have Doomsday launchers that I can use. That's good. If we're ever going to use the good meds now's the time. If anyone has, like, very terrible wounds, I can use the RimWorld meds, because I do have 72 of them, or I could prep a Bioscout pod if they're, like, super critical. But I don't think we're ever going to get in one of those super critical situations. Either we're going to be, like, recoverable or dead. Next to dead is just not a likely scenario for Wendigo to get to. But who knows? We'll see. The real kicker is, though, you are largely responsible for making the weapons and armor. So having you laid up means that we aren't repairing and replacing. I do have a whole lot of extra, like, look at all the, I have 14, probably more than 14. I have 15 Locust armor that could be wearable, if need be. And 6 helmets. So we have some spare if I lower the, percents. This is why I kept my percents really high, so that we would have a lot of spare. Even if it's banged up armor, it still protects you 100%. So we have a lot of spare armor that we can swap to, if that's something we need to do. I do hear everybody refilling their jump packs. I obviously use jumping around a lot, especially on the centipedes, to stop them from shooting at me. But I'm guessing that almost everybody's Locust armors are refilled at this point. Except for maybe the people that are injured. No, even the people that are injured are refilled. Can you preach health in yourself? No. Has to be another target. You can't counsel yourself. Nothing that the nothing that your moral guide can do, they can do on yourself. It's only on others. And unfortunately, it's one of those that you can't have duplicates. But you're already healed. You're already 100%. Like, you had half your torso shot out in, like, how many hours ago? I don't even know. Like, hang on. 14 hours ago. You healed 50%. You're basically Deadpool level recovery. So, I really don't think it's going to be an issue. You're already well. Back to work. Let's dye that armor and back to work. Actually, dye a lot of stuff. Anonymous Andrew, thanks for the resub. Do I get a pod? I don't know. That's gonna be up to the people here if I'm bringing animals. Because we're Wendigo, my inclination is no, but I'm not gonna be the final determining factor. I don't think the bison have any chance to get pods, but maybe Wendigo respect combat pets. I don't know. I also don't think that you guys, you pets have a lot of kills under your belt. And I'm not sure how to see that. Maybe in records? Blizz has killed 4 humans, and you have killed 1. Wow. That's impressive, Dem Tacos. Just teasing, though. But if you're wondering about the everybody else, total kills. So Mallet's up to 375 human likes, which is mind-boggling for what is almost a vanilla RimWorld. Zotrena is the least, but that's to be expected. Zotrena was only just added and has a shooting skill of like 5, 6. Sarrowin was scary. I think all of the Wendigo now are pretty scary. How's that sniper coming? You've only made 1 sniper rifle so far. That's fine. Red Whale. This weapon bears a depiction of a gunslinger surrounded by bandits. It's like Western settlers. Fearful Toad. This weapon is engraved with a representation of a cowboy wearing a boot. I think we've already read that one, and that's really strange. So we have a breacher raid of Blackfoot. There's 86 of them. That is not enough, Blackfoot. You're gonna need more. But they're breaching, which is kind of annoying, but at least it's tribal, so it's not that annoying. Because breach raids, they kind of ignore everything and they go straight for your walls, which can be gross. Because they're attacking immediately, there's not going to be a chance to mortar them, because they're just going to come flying at our walls. And our base is going to be, you know, if we lose walls on this base, it's going to be deeply problematic to survive the rest of the reactor raids. Speaking of which, there is still 11 days left. Where are they attacking, though? They're like walking way more east than I thought they would be. And I don't think I'm going to use Marksman Command here. Really, your name is Love Bruh? Okay. Where are you going? Get back here. How many great bows do they have? About 10. I don't know if I'm going to want a low shield, though. I'd prefer not to. But luckily, most of the ones that are in front are breach axers. So they're going to lose maybe like 10% or 20% of their raid party before they even reach me to shoot me, because they have so many they've got so many breach axes in front. All right, let's throw some chaos into the mix here. I think actually one really good Berserk Pulse, and it's going to screw them up a lot. So I'm going to try to hit them with a Berserk Pulse. That way I don't have to tank. Lotus gets a torso crack, I'm gonna choke my brawlers up to offer tastier targets in front. I think... Yeah, there's still some more work to be done. I do have a bunch of low shield packs left, but yeah, I don't really want to use them. So Glitch, can you just lighten the load for tankers? All we really need to do for that is just to selectively grab a few for berserks so that they get shot at, not me. Like that. And then, yeah, we're not the primary targets anymore. Don't touch me. Get out of here, pleb. And they're fleeing. All right, everybody go rest. There's probably some recruits in here, but I think anyone that gets recruited during the reactor raids don't deserve a spot on the ship, so I'm not going to add anyone at this point, unless we suffer, like, a lot of death. Raptor rendezvous to the hospital, because we do have some patients. Looks like some of our armor's coming off as well. I might want to change... I'm actually going to do this now. I'm going to change the threshold for taking off armor down to 55%. So that we keep our Locust armor on a little bit longer and we're not doing constant hot swaps. So these cracks are stuff that's going to heal in like 12 hours. They're 12-hour injuries, even a Slotus's. Because it's many hits that are shallow. They're not deep hits. And the 10 quality is amazing. The originals would be Glitch, Toretter, Moles, Mallet, Raptor. That was the original 5. Oh, hi, Crown Siege. You haven't landed yet. How do you want me to deal with this? How to deal with the Crown Siege. Anti-grain warhead. Doomsday. Neuroquake. Regular shelling. Traditional. Combat. Am I missing anything? Or madness. I'll probably not leave the poll up for 2.5 minutes because that's kind of a long time. But I'll let them set up. So there's 65 of them. They're the Crown, so keep in mind that they're going to be way more armed and armored than typical targets. They don't have any Doom level weapons. No triples, no Dooms. They do have some pretty dangerous weapons, though. I see some, maybe some Persona weapons? No, not Persona, but still high damage. And you can decide about what we do with them. I do have 3 anti-grain warheads. I have 1 madness. Madnesses, I will say, personally, I purchased this one, so it cost me about the equivalent of 2 Doomsday launchers. But making madnesses are so inexpensive. I think making madnesses are probably not something I'm going to do in the reactor raids, but buying them because of their cost, I think is not too exploitative, if that makes sense. Because the cost of a madness was like 3,000, whereas buying a Doomsday launcher is like 1,500. Whereas making a Doomsday launcher is impossible. You can make madnesses, so I won't exploit that. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Looks like anti-grain is sort of the popular choice, so extract shell, anti, and hold fire, and Shredder. Celeste. Yeah, maybe Celeste. I want it to hit, so a 20 out of 20 shooter is it's going to be the choice here. So let's go ahead and over here, pop one of these 2 anti-grain warheads. Oh, I popped 2 out. Good job, me. Load 1 back in and arm the other. Who else is up? Oh, Fangface is up. Whoa, is this another raid? Oh, it's friendlies. No! No, I don't want friendlies. Oh, I can't nuke them if there's friendlies in the way. Why would you do that to me? I don't have any orbital left, I don't think. I used it on the tribal raid that was up here. Oh, wow. There's a lot of dead people. Yeah, this raid I killed 47. That went pretty quick. You guys flopped. Do you play soccer? Is that it? Alright, so there's 98 friendlies coming in. Yes, I can nuke with friendlies in the way. I mean, I am allowed to, but I would then have to donate. You know, I have a lot of dusters. I'd have to donate the dusters to fix the whole "sorry, I tactically nuked you" apology note. Let's see how the friendlies do. Maybe I don't think the friendlies are gonna win. Crown is a uniquely powerful enemy, but I don't want to count them out either. Also, oh, okay, I'm not selecting the Gutchers. I don't know. They have scatter cannons and rivet cannons. They might fare well. I'll just sit back and watch. What I will do, however, is I'm still gonna have Slash load that antigrain in, so that if I want to antigrain a future enemy, all I have to do is just walk up to the mortar and it's already loaded. Pilsner, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It also reminds me that I probably could call in a trade caravan. For exotics. So we haven't seen many Gutchers yet, but Gutchers are like tankier Wendigo creatures with big weapons. So as you can see, these guys have rivet cannons. What a rivet cannon is, it's kind of like a crank gun. More or less. Fire rate of 240. Crank guns is a fire rate of... Well, this is masterwork. Maybe I'll not do a masterwork. What is the fire rate of these? Oh, it doesn't measure it like that, but something pretty similar. All right, let me hide this pole so you can see more of the fight. Whoa, someone had a rocket launcher or something? Oh, yeah. Barrel. Okay, well, that just hit all your friendlies. The crown is, like, very obviously winning significantly, and my friendlies are about to flee. But I don't think there's going to be enough crown left in this fight to stage the siege. Well, I don't know. The Pharaohs are making a bit of a comeback because their ranged weapons act as melee. All right, now they're fleeing. Yeah, they're assaulting already. Yep. That is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. Oh, the Arcanexus is available. Cute. I think my relationship... Okay, it got ruined a little bit. Oh, just because I've requested to trade it, though, I think. Yeah, these royals are going to be a bit of a joke. I'm not even going to go attack them just yet, because a lot of them are bleeding out and they're going to faint on their way to me, and I'd rather just rest, because this raid here is not going to pose a lot of threat to me. But hey, if I needed slag, I just got like 200, almost 200 slag, 163 slag from these two fights. And then somehow the shells were spared. I don't know how, but that's kind of awesome. Got some Luciferium in here as well. And then because of their varying degrees of injuries, they're going to be coming at me like kind of one at a time, which makes it even easier to murder them. So because I want to wrap up this fight quickly so that it doesn't merge into the next raid, I'm going to head on out to them to get them killed. Mallet, you need a helmet. Go home. Go back. And those that are sleeping just can continue sleeping. So they're gonna come around a corner and just get shot. Sally, thank you for the follow. Zlub doesn't have a weapon? Nope, he never has a weapon. He is a weapon. He probably does more DPS without a melee weapon than with one. Oh, wow, that's it? Okay, let's not waste this opportunity to... No, there's really not a lot of smeltable armor here. There's some, but the problem is, just turn around. The problem is they're royals, so the moment I try to smelt it, it just melts with the death acid fire. Who can we rescue? You are going to be easy to rescue. Why'd you... Oh, you're a wimp. That explains it. Mallet, rescue 1, and... Genevieve? Raptor, come down. 10 to Genevieve out here. And rescue 2. Genevieve. Are we going longer for the reactor raids? I don't think I have time for that. I have to edit all 5 hours because the first airs tomorrow. Not a lot of lag time for extra streaming. This is a lot of garbage. I think I'm gonna go back to forbidding everything once I do these rescues and then cherry picking, because there's a lot of stuff I just don't care. But at this point, we should be over the... Oh, you know, if I put it all in stockpiles, I think we'd be over the 1 million mark. I was worried it was quiet. It's not quiet. I'm also not losing either. Like, I'm doing just fine. So Mallet, you're already... Yeah, you just got here. Let's tend Hugh, or whatever their name is. Rescue. And rescue. So this is just for rep. Then, forbid. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cherry pick the things I care to. I'm not going to do the caravanning because it's not that big of a deal. But I'll just double click some of the drugs and components, shells, and bring that back out. Everything else can stay. All right. That'll work. What is tomorrow? Yeah, if you can't look on a phone, it would be the first 50 minutes of this stream, Kenshi Architects. That's what airs tomorrow. I wonder how much quiet it's going to be. We're going to get another raid before the end. Looks like everybody is now wearing armor, which is good. Deep Drill is exhausted. I don't think it's I don't think I'm gonna be able to build the new outpost before I get raided again. So what I'm gonna do is just break a cable and turn it off. No, don't break the door. Break the conduit. There we go. So I don't have to spend the power to keep that on. And then I can close this door to keep it even more protected so that we don't lose the deep drill. Maybe. Maybe. There are some things that didn't get forbidden. But there we go. Now we have two more guests. And everybody has sort of their priority of what to do. What about the sniper rifles? Still haven't done them. Shredder, let's have you commandeer the smith table and move the sniper rifle queue above Shred Mech so that we actually get that going. Is there any new games coming out this year that I'm excited about? Yeah. There's some games coming out that I'm excited about. I'd have to look it up of what due dates are due when. There's not a ton that I'm actually anticipating, but that's only because I tend not to care until they're released. I've spoken about this in the past, but basically, I don't pre-order games. I don't give into PR or marketing hype. I just want to see what people think day one release. And that way, I don't even spend really any of my time looking into games on the horizon unless it's something well established. Like if there was a sequel to some series I loved or something like that. Getting pre-hyped is disappointing in most cases. Yes. Yeah. So I do it for my own like mental health too. I feel like large developers know how to do this sort of like dopamine drip of like spoiler hype that keeps everyone ramped up and amped up, and then they release it and you're just like, so what? Right? There's so many games that fit that bill, so I just don't even pay attention. So probably the only one that I'm looking forward to is exactly what Cheese said, is Dying Light 2. I suspect it's going to be good. Might not be. I could be wrong. Let's see. What about you? What about everybody in chat? Maybe there's games that aren't on my radar that should be. What are you guys amped for? Anyone remember No Man's Sky? What's funny is like No Man's Sky turned out to be a great game, so that's a bad example of the do not pre-order. Because it got good in the end. But there's obviously a lot of examples of games that didn't get good. And never will be. Yeah, it's a unicorn in terms of how it turned out. Usually it's more like, usually it turns out more like, what bill allows us to smelt assault rifles? Oh, this one. Usually it turns more out like Towns or Space Base DF9, where it just gets abandoned and everyone gets pissed. That's the normal. Can you expect a continuation of game I have played in the future? So the games that I play on Twitch and YouTube are decided by my Patreon patrons and my YouTube subscribers. So I don't generally make that decision. I usually leave it up to public polling. So I have no idea. What's funny about Cyberpunk, because I know I see that you mentioned it, I didn't hate it. I don't think it was amazing. I don't think it lived up to the hype, but it was, if your hardware could handle the game, it was playable. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't one of those games that you installed and then just immediately uninstalled, I guess. And there's definitely a lot of games like that for me, where I play like 15 minutes and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna refund this. 'Cause it's bad. I will obviously say that Cyberpunk didn't live up to most people's expectations, but here, like I was saying, I don't give in to the hype. I had no expectations of Cyberpunk whatsoever. I sort of expected it to be pretty decent considering the studio it came out of, but I didn't really know anything about it day one at all. All I knew is that Keanu Reeves says breathtaking. That's about all I knew. That's why I couldn't be disappointed, because like I had no expectation, and it really is a pretty neat trick. And honestly, I feel like you can enjoy games better when you don't care about that kind of thing. But I also feel like I'm pretty good at sort of gauging how good a game is, just because I've played so many hundreds of games that I can tell in the first 15 minutes or half an hour, just, oh, are the game mechanics fun? You know, is this going to be worth playing in like 10, 20, 30, 50 hours? Does it have replayability? Most of those are pretty obvious pretty immediately. At least to me. And then when they're not, there's only a few games on my channel that I would say like, oof, you know, I regret ever playing this or something like that. So I had a, you know, I had the Icarus series, and then I sort of put out a statement that was like, yeah, probably avoid this game. And there's a few other games on the channel that I've played that I would put in that category, but there's not that many. Like, I thought like Evil Genius 2 was kind of a letdown. What else was kind of a letdown that I played? Yeah, maybe just that. It's a very small list. Hey! Pirapero, thank you for the tip. And you're welcome for all the Shek Conquest. I've been having so much fun with that. Oh, I played Long Dark and Going Medieval and all that. Yep. The Masterwork sniper rifle that you just made is called the Vengeance of Eli. This weapon is engraved with a portrayal of Eli Sapperstone slaying Anarchist. Oh, I remember doing that. With quick, efficient movements. Anarchist was, yeah. You look triumphant. It shows the story of him melee mutilating Anarchist. And that was just 3 days ago. Oh, yeah. Well, my relationship with the Algonquin Wendigo are definitely getting repaired. You're such an artist. Yep, and I also bumped up the sniper rifles to be good or lower to be smelted, because I feel like we have enough excellent masterworks at this point to be able to cope with centipedes if we need to. We have 4? It's not a lot, but it's half of our shooters. Because we only have 8. Well, no, that's not true. We have 12 shooters. But 4 of those shooters use crank guns. Oh, you bought 11 games on Steam because of the huge sale? You got a few keys for the next giveaway? I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. Do I think a repair function would be OP in vanilla? Probably. You'd have to go to great lengths to balance it. I actually think that weapons not taking durability damage over the course of usage is a little OP in vanilla as well. Because your armor obviously degrades to nothingness, but your weapons never do. So legendary weapons stick around forever, whereas legendary armor doesn't. I feel like weapons should also probably degrade, to be honest, because like you can't fire a gun infinitely and expect it not to fall apart. That's just not how guns work. There's wear and tear on weapons just as much as there is armor, or melee weapons or whatever. So what do I think of the production specialist? It's massively overpowered and I love it, but it's not balanced, not even a little bit. The fact that you can make like 1 out of 10 things you make as a legendary quality is just silly. But it's a good kind of silly, because RimWorld is a storyteller game. It doesn't need to be balanced. Well, we are just about out of time, aren't we? Considering we are between raids, I think this is a good place to stop. So let me do the quick assessment, if you're interested in the numbers. We have done the reactor raids for about 5 days. We have We have broken 1 million in terms of colony wealth, which is sure to influence the reactor raid attack statistics. Yep. And if we take a look at the graph here, as you can see, there's been a little lull. I guess this is the wedding. So this is kind of when I started the reactor raid, and then it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raids, averaging 1 per day. Which is kind of on par with, like, you know, if we compare it to the rest of the raid graph, it's more, but not that much more. There's been times where we get raided like that. Thank you for tuning in to the Wendigos, which originally was streamed live January 2nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Discord has events and notifications that you can sign up for. Links to that can be found in the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Wendigos, and be safe out there.